I'm not gonna name
specific what
venues.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
yeah, there's something about because the best show I think I ever did. No, the best like a real. You know what? I don't have to be a superlative. There was a really good show. Did you ever do the shows? Cincinnati, Ohio. We've talked about Jungle Gyms.
Yeah, no, those
where
were
I got
horrendous.
drunk and fell asleep in my car.
Those are horrendous shows.
Oh, okay. So at this grocery store, this dude booked a show. He booked multiple shows.
Yeah, what's his name? Tom Stray.
He was cool.
He was in a band called Team Stray, which fucking ripped.
Yeah, he was a really cool guy too.
Yeah, he angle adjustment.
Yeah, my point about that though, because he was doing a lot of shows. He was booking them every Friday, I think. So he had this.
There were a lot.
There were this long string of shows, and he charged people to get in, which was very rare for any of the shows we did. They were all free.
But we also got paid.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Because it was one of those things where if he asked you to do it, you were just kind of like, I guess so. I guess I'll do it. Like
Dude, who the fuck are any of us to turn it down?
To turn it down.
You know?
But it's a lot of times I just went to shows because I'm like, you know what? I know that's gonna be bad. No one's gonna be there. It's just gonna be a complete abject waste of time.
It's gonna be a clusterfuck.
Yeah, not even a clusterfuck. It's just gonna be a guy in a room. It's just gonna be a sad situation, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, whatever. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. The guy was really nice. So I was like, yeah, whatever. We'll see. Well, it won't be. I'm not doing anything else on Friday night. But people started before I was booked. The shows that happened before me, people were saying, hey, man, these shows are good. People are showing out at the grocery store to see comedy. I was like, that's crazy. And then someone tells me, like, yeah, dude, all 6 of us on the show made $50, which doesn't sound like a lot of money.
That's $300 for some fucking scrub.
Yeah. And so it ended up being a big show. On the night I did it, okay. I'm used to stand-up was depressing. Doing stand-up, honestly, it made me depressed because most of the time I did a show, it was just ugly. It was ugly. It was
bad.
Yeah, and then
it's just bad. I mean, you can say it.
Yeah, it was bad. And then doing this show, it was one of the few moments doing stand-up comedy where I thought to myself, I'm a comedian.
Yeah,
like,
well,
all these
you get
people,
paid. Yes, no, for sure, dude. And the other thing too is that like they just took it seriously. Like,
yes,
you could tell. Be like, oh yeah, people be like, oh, it's a show at Jungle Gym, like a grocery store in the suburbs. I'm like, dude, they're paying. They put people in the seats. They didn't book the show explicitly to make contacts and just fucking network like a bitch. Like, shut up. You know, people are too. I think I've like lately realized that my number one like human trait I can't stand in a person are people who think that they're like too cool for something. Like,
give me an example.
Just, I mean that like people who feel like they're above, and like none of us are above anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I read the story today that Leo DiCaprio. Did you see that he like saved a guy's life over New Year? Yeah, he was out on a yacht, like I guess with his like 16-year-old girlfriend or whatever, and like she's 24. That was a joke. I feel like that sounds like something YouTube would
flag.
She's of age,
she's
allegedly,
young.
according
she's
to the documents that she provided. But you know, he was on this yacht with this girl, and I guess they had heard, like their boat captain heard that like, oh, there's a guy in the water somewhere. He like fell off a boat and no one can find him. And I guess no one was searching for him. So I guess Leo was like, oh, well, we're going to go find this fucking guy. And they like drove their boat around for hours and they fucking found the guy in the ocean.
Really?
And he saved him. And I was like, oh, dude, Leo's like the biggest movie star.
Okay, I mean, two things come to mind.
By the way, he did not make our power ranking last week. This is a big glaring omission in our celeb hunk power ranking. Leo did not make the cut.
Oh,
which was very interesting.
We had a lot of feedback on that, by the way.
We did?
Yeah.
What were some of the main thoughts?
Well, my main thought on that is Leo, I think, is known for his acting chops, but not his sex appeal as much.
I would agree with that.
He's kind of in he's in kind of a realm of like, he's like
he's not a hunk.
Like a Daniel Day-Lewis. You're not going to fawn over a Daniel Day-Lewis. You know what I mean? But Brett Bowser brought up, he thinks Ryan Reynolds needs to be mentioned.
I did see that. I love that guy. I love Brett Bowser, but like, no. Ryan Reynolds is not up there, dude. He's not.
Here's the thing. With Ryan Reynolds, he ends up, since he's so charismatic and funny and likable, he kind of shoots himself in the foot. Because he's so funny, he loses his mystique and he loses that.
He's a hunk, but like if he wasn't funny, will we even be talking about him? Or would he just be some obscure... There's tons of hunks that are just undiscovered people in Hollywood.
Yeah,
like, we see them all the time.
He'd be like Bruce. He'd be the second lead in a Bruce Willis movie.
Yeah, for sure.
But,
he would always be. Ryan Reynolds is the poor man's Ryan Gosling.
Oh, no. Hard disagree.
You really?
Oh, dude, I guarantee
I guess they're not even in the same thing.
Reynolds, I guarantee, makes way more money per movie than Gosling does.
That's because... I feel like that's because Ryan Reynolds does comedies, and comedies are the biggest blockbusters. Like, Ryan Gosling does a lot of great movies. What do you mean? He did huge movies. He did, like, The Notebook, but, like, then again, like, movies like Drive, Place Beyond the Pines, they're not huge blockbusters. Whereas what's Ryan Reynolds has probably been in like 10 movies that we've never even heard of over the last like 5 years.
Right, but
that all did bangers.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
He's in these weird action movies that make $1 gajillion.
Yeah.
And then half that gajillion goes to him because he's got a big ass price tag.
What him in Waiting? Let's talk about how
he's
good
so
Waiting
funny.
is.
Yeah,
dude, Waiting was such a good movie.
Yeah,
man. Never has a movie like nailed
Captured
something
it
so well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of just like this shit environment of working at like, and for them it was like what? It was like a Applebee's basically.
Yeah, like a Bennigan's or something. Yeah.
They do say the F word and not fuck a lot though. I watched it recently and it definitely would not hold up under current standards.
Well, there's but either way, you can appreciate it for the time period.
It's still fun. No one's arguing. It's still funny.
Yeah,
that's funny. Never gonna change.
A lot of big names in it, dude.
Yeah, Andy Milonakis, fucking Apple guy, little nerd. He's the main character.
Short. No, what's his name? Justin Long. Yeah, Justin Long.
Opposite of short. Yeah, but he's got a
Anna
short
Faris,
dick.
Yeah.
Anna Faris is
dude,
in it.
Dude, you know who Justin Long's married to?
Dane Cook is one of the line cooks.
Yeah, and then Luis Gomez or something.
Yeah, what's his name?
Yeah, I forget his
he's
name,
there.
but,
No, there's someone else too we're forgetting. David Koechner.
Is he in that?
Yes, he's like the manager.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie. It was well cast too.
Oh, I got to go back. Okay.
Yeah.
Leonardo, the Savior.
Yeah.
Okay, I have two thoughts on that, dude.
Yeah.
All right. One, potentially a publicity stunt, but let's operate in the realm. Let's operate in the realm that it happened because that's more fun.
Yeah. Well, it did happen.
You
there
buy
are photos of it.
Of him swimming around?
No, he didn't. Okay, he didn't swim around.
It's better if he swam around.
He didn't. No, he
it's
didn't.
better if his captain was like, "Nah, man, we ain't gonna do that," and he's like, "All right, I'll take a buoy and go find this motherfucker."
Yeah, no, he didn't hate David Hasselhoff, that motherfucker, and get in there and fight off a couple sharks. No,
it's too bad.
But he made an effort to like go find him on his boat, and then like I guess the crew collectively saved.
He was probably He was probably getting blown.
Yeah, dude. Or he was like, I don't think I'm getting laid tonight. I gotta think of something to change the tides.
He better have gotten laid after that,
dude. You ain't gonna bang Leo on his fucking. That's so weird, dude. Because he's like 45, and his girlfriend's like 24. Like, what is that? What do they talk about? You know what I mean,
dude? I thought this with
what is it like?
Because Dane Cook is he's dating.
Oh well, yeah,
he's dating
his girlfriend's like 18, dude.
And I was like, oh, in my head, I just thought, oh, I bet she's, I bet, I don't know, for some reason it didn't seem that young. And then I got curious, so I said, I'm gonna go look her up. Looked her up, and I'm looking at this girl. I'm like, oh, it's a child.
It's a child.
And I had that thought. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Even when I see Leo and this 24-year-old girl, I'm like, damn, dude. Like, and 24, I don't know, like. When is it? There's like no written rule of like when it becomes weird. Like an older guy dating a younger woman. It seems like people have a real big problem with that. Like the Golden Globes just happened. Everyone's like making jokes at Leo because he, But at the same time, like, what if like a woman? What if like a 45-year-old fucking cougar was like pumping little 18-year-old studs.
Who?
I don't know. Felicity Huffman. No, like
You know who does that?
who?
You know who's got a reputation?
Who?
Kate Beckinsale.
Oh, either way. So like, if she does it, I wonder if someone was like, "Oh, that's creepy of you," they'd be like, "No, fuck that. She's an independent woman, dude." Like,
Yeah, that's the angle.
It's a double standard for sure. But also, I mean, we kind of deserve it.
Would you date an 18-year-old?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Well,
dude.
I mean, would you hook up with an
the
18-year-old?
very least, you have to be old enough to drink. Like at the bare minimum, you have to be able to
All right.
drink.
Pretend you're not a married man. Would you hook up with an 18-year-old?
No.
Really?
No, dude. That's like dude.
Why?
That's a child, man. Maybe maybe my body chemistry has changed. I don't think of things the same anymore. But like, dude,
You just feel guilty? Like you're
I
taking
don't
advantage
know,
of someone?
man. I guess if they were like acted like an adult, but they never do. I don't know. It's not gonna happen. So I'm not. No, I wouldn't.
I get what you're
I think
saying.
it's creepy.
I would have said yes until I saw the picture of Dane Cook's girlfriend, and I was like, that's when because
You're saying you would?
here's what it is. It's weird to me because I look at her and I'm like, dude, I'm not even attracted to this girl because she looks so young. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, because I mean, she got a nice body. You know, she's of
course. Like no
thin.
one's denying that. Dude.
Yeah.
If you're like, it doesn't matter what age you are. If you have an insane body, people are gonna like, yeah. But at the same time, like I can't. No.
She's
Dude,
very
that's
thin
creepy.
though. And that too, it's just, she looks like a kid, but that triggered in my head. I'm like, dude, I would love to be a fly on the steakhouse table that they go eat at, dude.
Yeah.
I would, just to hear like,
What
do
are
you
the
guys- what do you say? Because even I have a buddy that's dating a girl that's pretty young. I think she's like 21, and even kind of like
How old's he?
like 29, I think, something like that.
I mean, that's big, but it's also, I don't know.
But even I've talked to her, and part of me's, it's weird. Part of me thinks I just think, I don't think you've had. I have a hard time talking to you because I don't know what to say to you.
Yeah, what are your interests? Like, we're two different generations.
Yeah, I couldn't. There was no connection point.
So imagine then
nothing.
being two, maybe thrice the age.
There's just so much she doesn't.
What does Leo and his girlfriend talk about? They go get like. First of all, they can't go anywhere. Where the fuck are they gonna go eat? You know, Shakey's Pizza. Everyone's gonna see them.
They're going to Masters every night, dude. They're going to places we ain't going to, dude.
You think so?
They're not going to places where people are gonna ask them for autographs.
Yeah. What are the I don't even know. That's how fucking strong the gate is.
Yeah.
I don't even
You
know.
you don't even know the names or
I don't
how to
know.
get to the places.
I don't know. No,
Yeah.
I do. I feel like I know some. I live by a decent amount of them. There's a decent amount of places in West Hollywood, especially on like Santa Monica, like right in the heart of,
Oh yes.
for lack of a better word, Boys Town.
Yeah, man.
Right in the middle of it.
Yeah, man.
And there's some of them that like you can go on like TMZ and be like, oh, Miley Cyrus was there last night, or
Right.
like fucking Bruce Willis or something. But
Yeah, we ain't going.
yeah, we ain't going.
We
But
don't
I do.
even know
I'm
the names of them.
what do they talk about? Let's have a what's Leo's conversation with his 24-year-old?
But what does
girlfriend
Leo talk about? He's
I don't
conquered
know.
the world.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. What do they talk? The environment?
Do you know what? You know what? I bet if we want to date with Leo and he had to hang out with one of us at Mastro's,
Yeah.
all right, I bet he would be fascinated by our lives.
Yeah. No, he would be interested in us. He's
Yeah.
Like, what do you guys? He's like, yeah. I mean, we just live in we live in squalor compared to you. You know, we're
You think you're just gonna like
Pig
go to
men.
work? You shower in the morning, like
Yeah.
sit at a desk.
no. I sit
Fascinating.
on the floor.
Yeah.
In my apartment, all day. Yeah, I don't know. It fascinates me. Well, they go out and he's like, so what's going on? He's like, what did you see on Instagram today?
Yeah.
Like that's the dinner table conversation now. What did everyone see on Instagram today?
Yeah. Any good memes?
Yeah. Any good skincare products?
I have a good point to that though. You know what? You know the people. I like people. Like I like hearing about your struggle. Do you know what I mean? I like talking shit with you. So I think if we hung out with these people and their lives are so taken care of, any sort of like bullshit, they've managed to take money and zap every piece of bullshit in their life.
Every problem. Yeah.
For us, like if you had a really good week and you started telling me about it, I'd say, hey man, I ain't trying to hear this.
Yeah.
I want to hear
everything that went wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to hear
also,
about that.
you gotta imagine he's like boring. Like what?
He has to be.
He's got to be the fucking most boring person. What? I guess I shouldn't say that. If we went out to dinner with him tonight, I'd be like, hey, what'd you do last week? He's like, well, I rescued a guy from the ocean on my yacht in St. Bart's. Dude, he also goes to this island, and I think we're at this point now that islands are kind of off limits. I don't think you're allowed to have an island
maritime
anymore.
law, dude.
You can't. We can't be fucking around with islands no more.
It's what can you do on an island that you weren't able to do on land?
Why'd you have to take this to some country,
Right.
That a cruise ship's going to come.
Why'd you go to Bernie?
Yeah.
Bruni? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
Brunei?
Nope.
It's one of those weird islands that's like...
Yeah, they're always like St. Bart. His is St. Bart's.
St. Bart's, yeah.
So these places, you're like, where the fuck even is
Tax
it?
havens, basically.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, where even is it on a map? And they're like, exactly.
You'll
Bingo.
never fucking know.
You nailed it. Like, yeah. No, I feel like they just go to some like fancy ass steakhouse, and then she sits there and she's just like, well, is she a model?
She ain't She a beauty queen, dude.
What
she ain't no burnt rubber from the Indy 500.
Yeah, no, she ain't rubber. But like, you think she has like an apartment, or do you think that like
what if he doesn't pay for the apartment?
That's what I wonder. Like, that's what I'm saying. He's like, listen, we've only dated for like 4 months. If you dated for someone for 6 months,
how do you
ain't
bring
paying for their apartment? At what point does it become like a fucking handmaiden? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you're just like, hey, you live here now. I got all your shit moved here. You're good.
That's the thing, because you have to, if you're at that level of success, you end up dating people that are at an equal level of success because the power dynamic is so strong. You just end up being like a slave to the person.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's like uncomfortable. Dude, I remember one time I was at this open mic here in Hollywood, and I heard there was this female comic. She was terrible. But she had this, she was talking about, she was like, so I'm fucking a famous comedian right now. And I was like, Jesus, what a horrible way to get into something. But anyway, she's like, so I'm fucking a famous comedian right now. And she was like, and here's how I knew she was telling the truth. She was like, he's so famous, he doesn't even know I'm a comedian. I was like, Jesus Christ. Can you imagine being a female comedian, fucking some famous hot shot, like, I don't know who,
Crystal.
Sure, let's say it wasn't, but let's say it's him.
Was she cute?
Yeah, I mean, like, she's Hollywood, baby. Like, yeah, for sure.
I mean, there's some burnt rubber, some
Yeah,
street rats out here, dude.
Like, how does he not know if she's like a comedian? Or like, do you think they started banging?
It just doesn't come up.
I don't know. That was what I was wondering the whole time. I'm like, you didn't ever want to tell him? You just started fucking a comedian, and you're like, hey, just so you know, I'm also a comic. Or do you think they started fucking, and she's like, oh, I could do this.
Well, that's what comes to mind. If someone doesn't, or either she's like getting up for the first couple times and she hasn't really told anyone, or they just fucking do.
Yeah, I don't know. She could also just be a pathological liar. I don't know.
It's entirely
That's
possible.
this all these people out here. You never fucking know.
Who do you think? When you looked at her, who do you think this comedian was?
My first thought was Theo Vaughn.
Ooh,
That was
he's
just my
softy.
gut.
He seems like a sweetie pie now. I don't think he seems
It's
like
like a
too
year
emotional.
ago.
Oh, was a guy, yeah.
Either way, I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But it's also like not out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I don't. It's such a wild world to navigate if you're famous. Like, it's just a minefield of pussy and dicks that you just gotta.
You know what though? This is true. I actually find it validating that someone will have sex with me because of that they like me.
Yeah.
There's nothing in it for them other than spending time with me and my dick,
Yeah. I don't bring anything to the table. I don't have money. So like
I ain't no daddy.
Yeah, I ain't no daddy.
I'm also not the guy that's like, "Oh, baby, I got it." Like I'm like, "You got this one cuz I got the last one."
Yeah,
I'm that
dude,
guy.
It ain't fucking 1953 anymore. We're not getting sodas outside the Astro Diner, on our way to the all-white dance.
Which I've done. I've gotten sodas at the Astro.
So have I. But also, when I was...
And I did go to the all-white dance.
Me too. It wasn't, by nature. it just, kind of happened to turn out that way.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say,
Memorial Day party.
Let's say Ohio. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I guess, and then the other flip side of this, too, is, like, these cougs out there who are pumping, like I said, 18-year-old hunks.
I know. Like
these super plastic, like Hollywood-type mama tycoons.
Yeah.
Who, like, fucking own some kind of, like, wine seltzer company, and all of a sudden they're a billionaire.
Or their husband owns it.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah. But then also, just sitting there looking for studs, like, always on the side. It's different, though, dude. I don't know. I feel like
those aren't out there as much as I wish they were.
No, dude. I feel like they're out there just as much. They're just concealed better. Like, there's that trope. There's that fucking, tired excuse of like, oh, the yoga instructor who's banging my wife. You know what I'm saying? That's. I feel like if we're going by like stereotypes, that's what we're dealing with. Is that like these ladies, these like
personal
mama
trainers,
tycoons? They're smart to be like, I'm just gonna get someone involved in my life.
Yeah.
And that way, clean up. You just can't have some random chick showing up and having 2 apartments. No, I get a personal trainer.
They're not flipping around on Tinder, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Do you think famous people use Tinder?
No, I've heard like they use Raya. Have you heard of this?
I don't know what that is.
It's a special dating app for famous people. Like Ben Affleck's on there. Dude, that's what's crazy.
Ben Affleck on.
Dude, if I'm out there like
his profile photo is that one of him smoking a cigarette outside like divorce court.
Yeah, exactly that one where he's like kind of pudgy.
Damn.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yo, yeah.
And he just looks like he's just been through the ringer.
He has, man.
Yeah,
he's seen some shit.
Yeah.
That guy.
At what point? Okay, so I'm 30. At what point is it not? At what point is it sad? Because when I heard Ben Affleck was on Raya, like looking for Insta models, that like bummed me out. I'm like, dude, at some point, I feel like I'm gonna say if I'm 40 and I don't have a wife by the time I'm 40, I'm gonna be ashamed of myself.
Well, don't you think Ben said the same thing, dog? And next thing you know, he's out there fat ass smoking a cigarette behind divorce court. Shit don't work out the way you plan it, man. That's what I'm saying. You can't, shoot it down before it even happens.
I feel like he kind of likes the idea of being
dude, Mr. Feeney on Boy Meets World didn't get married till he was like fucking 70. Remember that episode? Remember when he married that old white bitch?
Character, dude.
I'm just saying.
Okay, yeah.
Love is out there. It doesn't matter what age you are. It's just everyone's got their own journey. Now, if you don't have anyone 40 and you're like, you know what? I'm slamming pigs the rest of my life. That's what's gonna happen. That's who I am. I'm the pig slammer. Then that's fine. Do
Going to the trough every night.
Go to the trough, man. I don't know. Do your thing.
Yeah, that could be in the cards for me, but I just hope it's not.
We all hope it's not. No, it's trying. Some 40's not. 40's the new 30, man. Everybody, you're in your 40s. This shit ain't locked up yet.
Yeah.
You can still be out there on the prowl.
I'll be on Match. If I'm on Match.com.
No,
when
don't
I'm 40,
do that.
That's
just be
acceptable.
On Tinder. Just be on Tinder. Set the age range. Tinder's got old people.
Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen some characters.
Yeah. That's true.
Oh, I've got some stuff if you want to.
Oh, you do?
I got a couple things prepared, yeah.
Yeah, well, let's get in there, Yeah. Poor Ben Affleck. He's on this dating app. He's just trying to get his life together, man. Like, he was an alcoholic. You know what, like, one of the craziest things I ever heard was, it was, like, really put into perspective of, like, fame. Maybe I've mentioned this before, but, like, when Ben Affleck and Matt Damon were riding, like, Good Will Hunting, there were like interviews like right after it happened, and people were like, how do you feel? Like, your movie's like a huge hit now. Like, and then they were both like, we're kind of like depressed. And they're like, what? And they're like, well, like our whole lives before this, we weren't famous. We were just the guys who were like working on this screenplay.
Yeah.
Like, we were always known as like, between our friends and the people in Boston, we're like, oh, we're the guys who were like making this movie. And then we made it, and now it's like that whole thing that consumed our lives is like gone. And we're just like, what are we now?
Movie stars.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Wildly successful, wealthy men, dude.
I know.
You're the guys that fucking made it out of Boston.
I know. I know, but it's just
Woo-hoo! Take a Percocet.
no, they're not. You would have to see the interview to understand. Like, the context wasn't of demanding pity. The context, they were just like, keep in mind, they don't know that they're lifelong movie stars yet. This is right after. Like, they know that it's doing well and that they're like, wow, this is a big success. But they were like, dude, we were just like nobodies. Like, this was all we ever did was like write this movie, and then now it's done. Like, what do we fucking... They felt like they were empty.
We'll write another movie, fellas.
They did.
Be wildly... I'm sure they cheered the fuck up now.
I know. Well, dude, now not fucking Ben. He's out there with his weird-ass prison back tattoo of like a fucking phoenix or something.
Oh, yeah.
You ever see
Remember
that?
when he said, yeah, it's for a movie, and it just didn't go away?
Never went away. Poor Ben. That photo's not on
Yeah.
his, Tinder or whatever it's called.
It's a big-ass, like, dragon tattoo.
It's horrendous.
Here's,
Look it up. Don't look it up. What do you got?
We can, we'll show it. It's right there.
Yeah, it's there. It's been up there.
This is what I want. This is what I was thinking about this. This is a let me ask you, man.
What you want to ask me, bitch?
What type of person wears this jacket?
I mean this in like the most positive. I mean this in a not ironic shithead way. You're asking who wears this?
Who wears this jacket?
A gay man.
You think so?
Yes, for sure. For sure. That's like Adam, what's his name?
Adam, yeah. I know who you're talking
Guy.
about.
That's like his look. Like that's the
American
thing.
Idol?
Yes. Adam
Lambert.
Lambert.
Adam
Lambert. Yeah.
Interesting.
That's a gay man's jacket, and that it looks good on them. Like, I don't know.
I see chicks wearing this jacket a lot.
Oh,
dude.
yes. But what I'm saying is,
this is new to me. This is new year, new me. I'm gonna listen to.
I'm the bad guy now.
I'm gonna listen to some cool bands.
Yeah,
like
I'm
the
gonna
Killers.
I'm gonna listen to Queens of the Stone Age this year. No, I do see.
I'm changing my personality. Jacket.
Things are changing. A leather jacket,
with the hood and the zippers.
Yeah, it's a lot of flares, a lot of chrome on there. Listen. Mostly seen on gay men in my experience. Definitely see a lot of chicks wearing it now.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of like straight men wearing it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
It's been reclaimed because who started this jacket? We're like, what's your idea when you think of like the leather jacket? You think of the Fonz. You
Bikers.
think of like
I
know. I think of like 50s.
You think so? This one in particular.
Yeah, what about it makes it look like it's not a biker now wears, like a swastika patch on a fucking jean jacket and like a Trump shirt,
right?
Bikers
true bikers are gangsters, dude.
True bikers are skinheads who will kill you.
Right. No, for real. Like I see there's this girl that I worked with. I used to follow her Instagram, but it was just so self-absorbed that I was like, I can't do this anymore. But she would always kind of like change her identity and stuff. And
that's a fun person.
And then she would
chameleon,
dude. Then she started doing biker stuff, and then I would see her with like they were. It was like a group of like sexy young millennials like wearing like appropriated biker gear, and they were in this like biker gang, and I just thought, dude, if they ran into some real Hell's Angels up in like Kelowna or something, and they just had to interact, like go to a true biker bar with like Satan shit on the door, be like Like, it's such an interesting, like, appropriation of culture of what a biker gang is, and then this, like, cool, sexy, we're a biker chick. Like, I have short hair. I would love to see them just collide, and then the true, like, Hell's Angels. Like, what was the biker gang at Breaking Bad? Yeah. The guys that basically are the most badass and kill everyone.
Yeah, the fucking Mexican guys. Yeah, man.
They're not Mexican. It's the...
guys who killed Tuco. I don't know.
They're the guys that organize the prison mass murder.
Oh,
you remember those guys?
Yeah,
the guy that shoots the kid. He's part of it. Jesse Plemons' character.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because they don't care. They kill whoever.
Yeah, that's the thing, dude. Real bikers, man. Fucking, we're talking. Here's the difference.
Born to die, dude.
Born to die for sure. But also, there's a difference between bikers and outlaws.
These guys were
outlaws are in the fucking desert, and they're just. Literally born to kill.
Yeah.
Straight up Mad Max, dude, out there.
Dude.
Fucking
Nothing to lose.
Yeah, nothing to lose. And
Yeah.
that's the thing, man. Is like, I don't. Yeah, it's funny when you see people like so obviously out of their element, and it's like a kid. It's like you're watching a kid like play dress up. It's like, oh, that's fun. Oh, you guys, it's like Halloween. When I see these photos, sometimes I'm like, who coordinated this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there were multiple text messages sent being like, hey, let's all wear our leather jacket. Like, it wasn't a by chance. It was like, hey, let's all wear our leather jackets and we'll do this like bad bitch thing.
Right.
You know?
Well, now the person I'm thinking of, they've made it part of their identity. So they don't need to call anymore. It's like we just show up and
we bikers,
take pictures of each other on next to our motorcycles.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you're in a biker gang, you're not in a true biker gang if you take a picture. If there's photo ops.
Yeah, if there's physical evidence of your interaction, you ain't a biker gang.
Yeah.
If you've never seen a 400-pound white guy get stabbed while drinking Coors Light, you ain't a biker, you know?
Nobody's taking pictures of that.
Yeah.
That's not. No one's stabbing a guy drinking a Coors Light, cutting through his fat to get to his heart.
If you've never,
nobody's taking a picture of that, dude.
Yeah,
that's not. You don't want a picture of that, dude. You want no evidence of that.
Yeah, no. If you've never, nailed a bag of meth to someone's fucking head with a nail gun, then you probably shouldn't wear the jacket. That's the thing. I sent you this video, like, what was it, like 2 weeks ago or whatever, of like the bikers. They get pissed off if they're like, oh, you can't wear that cut. You're not a biker, dude. You ain't part of the crew. You can't wear that cut. They call it a cut. The cut's the decal in the back. Any pussy can go out there in a leather jacket, but the big back patch, that's the cut. And if you wear a cut of something and you're not like fucking with it, then they'll get pissed.
Yeah. You can't, but that's the funny thing. Now Hell's Angels is still a gang, but you can buy Hell's Angel stuff anywhere.
Dude, yeah. Well, first of all, you shouldn't wear Hell's Angels shit because they were full of fucking Nazis.
Right.
Like, dude, this is the thing that people don't get. Like, I don't know
why. Biker gang,
I don't know why we're fucking, like, idolizing bikers so much. They're almost all Nazis.
For sure.
They're almost all skinheads. They're almost all Aryan race motherfuckers who got prison ties.
Also, all criminals by definition because they are a biker gang.
They're outlaws. They move drugs. Dude.
But we do that with gangsters, though, too.
Yes, we idolize. Yeah, you know how many fucking Scarface posters there are up,
Yeah.
But, like, I talked about this before, dude, when I worked at that pizza shop, that we had a lot of, like, Iron Horseman is the big one. At least where I grew up in, like, Southwest Ohio. Iron Horseman's, like, the big, like, biker gang that you don't fuck with because they're fucking Aryan race
criminals,
motherfuckers. Yeah. And they also move drugs. Dude, there was, like, a fucking 1 year, what was it? There was a straight up Iron Horseman, like, they killed, like, 2 or 3 cops. Like, in a fucking shootout, like, murked some straight up boys in blue. Now, dude, listen, I don't give a fuck like how tough like your gang is. If you're out there fucking mowing down cops in a straight up,
because who cares about
Wild West shootout?
Because if you kill a pedest, we'll find you. If you kill a cop, cops will find you.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking die, man.
Yeah, man.
You can't kill cops.
I
know that doesn't need to be said, but when your gang's murdering,
I mean, you've seen The Wire, right?
The Wire?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Well, Weebay, like, kills a cop. He's killing people all the time, but he kills a cop. He's got to get the fuck out of there. And the cops find him.
Yeah, they'll fucking find you.
Granted, this is television, but...
No, dude, that shit is for real.
Yeah.
Dude, if you kill a cop, like... Dude, I've heard so many of them talk, like, when I covered, like, police shit in, like, the news. Dude, you hear them talk about it, like, off camera, and they're like... When they talk about, like, an officer in the line of duty, like, off camera, dude, I've heard cops be like... That I like saying like the N-word, like saying like that motherfucker, like scum, we're gonna put him in the ground, like shit like that. Like I'm like, damn, dude.
Didn't have to bring race
I was like,
into
bro,
it. You can be mad
at
anyone that kill a cop.
And you're a cop. That's weird, right?
You have the right to be upset. But...
Yeah, but dude, the Iron Horsemen though, man, a lot of them deal arms. I feel like
really?
A lot of gun.
I'm so interested in the different types of crimes gangs take up.
Yeah, man. Well, bikers are like, it's a whole, especially down here in Southern California, man. There's a lot of, dude, you go out, You know where you can start finding some of these cats, dude?
Ventura.
Drive down to Long Beach.
Long Beach.
Start driving south.
Okay.
Start heading to San Diego. And you're right. Probably go up towards Ventura. Like,
yeah.
I bet there's a lot in like NorCal too.
Yeah. Know? I'm intrigued by this now.
Yeah, because they're, Southern California, you can ride your bike every goddamn day of the year.
Yeah.
So, you can't be in a bike gang in Cincinnati, Ohio, and you can't be like, all right, guys, we're going to go out. We're fucking cruising today. And it's like starts raining. Like, fuck. Yeah. Hey, happening.
Roads are a little icy, though. I was going to go kill a cop, but...
Yeah, I was going to go fucking murder this
I'll wait
cop.
till spring.
Yeah, I was going to go push some coke outside of a grade school today, but, it was sleet, so...
Yeah, no, you said the Iron Chefs are fucking...
I want to start a biker gang called the Iron Chefs. Dude, and also Hell's Angels they got like such a big history too. Like there's a lake in Ohio called Indian Lake. We would always like go vacation there. It's kind of like northern Ohio, more towards like Toledo, Pequot, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And in like the 70s, I want to say the Hell's Angels like burned the whole town down. Like, they set the whole town on fire because they had some beef with, I guess, people who were there.
Don't surprise me.
And same with, like, there's that famous, the Hells Angels in, like, the 60s were, like, heavily involved with, like, rock bands. Like,
like the Woodstock security?
Yeah. Well, there's that big case of the Stones. The Rolling Stones hired the Hells Angels to, like, be their security at that concert.
The one that got trampled?
They fucking killed a black guy.
Really?
They murdered him. They, like, stabbed him and... right in front of it, and then they started a riot, and they started killing people, and then they had to like end the show.
Well, that's good. They should.
And same with the Grateful Dead. Like there were like skinhead fucking bikers touring with the Grateful Dead. Like I was watching this Grateful Dead documentary one time, and Jerry Garcia was talking about it. He's like, yeah, they just kind of showed up, and then no one really could tell them to leave.
Really?
So they just kind of what are you gonna do? You gonna tell this fucking biker gang if they show? That's the whole thing is that they show up. What are you going to do? You're going to go tell these guys to get the fuck out of here? And that's what they said. They were like, they were doing heroin. Mm-hmm. We got kids here. Dude, the Grateful Dead were like fucking, it was insane at one point. Like, There were like hundreds of people around this band at all times. Just like women, children. Everyone was doing heroin. There's fucking Nazi bikers. Mm-hmm. Like, they're selling LSD. And then in the middle is the Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
It's like, it's
most peaceful band ever.
Yeah.
You don't pick your fans.
You can't pick your fans. We know that better than anyone. Yep.
So, hey, and they are probably grateful.
They were they had
probably where the name.
Listen, dude, do you want a bunch of skinhead bikers hanging around you? No.
Is it ideal?
But are they good to have?
Are they buying merch?
Shit is going down? Yeah, they're probably good to have. You know?
That's why you don't brand. That's why you don't brand your band, your podcast with skulls. Dude.
Yeah, you can't do a skull. That's probably what did them in. They made that, the dancing skull guy, and rest was history.
Dude, sometimes I do worry that my tattoos are too, that they might have some like, they're too
prison.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I don't think anyone sees you and is like, oh, this guy's done time.
Yeah. Right, but I'm afraid they're gonna see that, and they're gonna be like, they're gonna stolen biker valor me. You know what I mean?
You think that they're like, hey, motherfucker, you can't have that Mary tattoo because you didn't do time in fucking Juarez.
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
me and the fucking crew, dog. You fucking doing that.
I
shouldn't do that. You want to hold that fucking Mary tattoo, man?
You said you shouldn't do it. And
you doing that fucking Juarez, bro?
You love your Cholo accent. Dude, you know it's wrong, but you still want to do it.
It's good. Come on. It's all right. It's funny. You know? Come on. You a fucking pussy?
Can't stop.
I can't. It's so fun. It's so fun.
It's pretty funny.
And the funny thing is that it has nothing to do with race. Like, sometimes I just do it. I don't even envision anything. I just like making the noises.
Yeah. Dude, funny voices are great, man.
Yeah. What are you going to do? You said you had something else?
Oh, yeah. I have like a quick thing we can do.
Pop it up.
It's not like it's just a kind of like story from my life, right? And this was just kind of a funny. This is a real 2019, 2020 moment. All right. So this happened in class, which
improv class.
Improv class.
You're not at biology.
Yeah.
Just wanted to clarify.
AP Bio. Oh, damn. I should have come
Monica
up with a better
Community
example. 'Cause
College.
it's the name of a TV show. I'm in improv class, and it's like a lot of, I mean, it's like a lot of white dudes in the class.
At the improv class?
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, go figure, right? And the guy tells a story. It's pretty innocuous, but it involves, we're kind of like telling stories. It's kind of the exercise. And the guy tells a story about, basically about his, like, kind of like a racist grandma, like a large black man who ended up like, he was like a football player.
Yeah.
Came to the door, and like the grandma like thought they were in danger, right? Because she's afraid of large black men because she's an old racist grandma, you know?
Yeah.
We all kind of like laugh. It's a funny story. And also he says like they knew the neighbor, and the neighbor thought it was funny that the grandma was inherently racist, right?
I'm glad they can find humor in it.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, you know, it was just like kind of, it was funny. It's a funny story.
It's funny.
It's also one of those stories where it's like, it involves race and like prejudice, you know? So we all kind of laugh, and we all kind of know that, you know, it's, you know, it's a little touchy. It's a dab of touchy, right?
Yeah.
And then this guy in the class says, like, big boner killer, dude. He says, as an ally of African Americans, I don't think, you know, if an African American was in the crowd, that they would really, you know, find that story particularly funny. And, you know, obviously we're all just kind of like, yeah, I mean, you know, we're all like, maybe, I don't know, you know. And it's
Who fucking starts a sentence by saying,
I'll tell you,
as an ally of African American, like,
I know someone with this many black friends.
yeah, literally goose egg.
This is someone that probably hasn't interacted with a black person.
Dude, I pray to God that if I was ever in a public setting and I was like, I'm an ally to the black community, I hope 6 black guys beat the shit out of me. Right there.
I wouldn't save you.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't expect anyone to save me.
I'd be like, he's got to learn sometime.
I guess, dude, you ever notice that, like, people, yeah, the only people who say ally are white people, and they say it to other white people.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. Also, you have to understand, like, you can say whatever, but you also have to understand that, like, we're all, if you're white, you benefit. You have to recognize that you benefit from the current culture. So you have to be aware of that. And I think to, like, do all this, like, I'm an ally bullshit is to deny it, which I think is even more offensive.
I think it is, dude. Like, the intent's obviously good. Like, you know, I just think it's like, it's just drawing. Dude, if you're a real ally to someone, you don't need to announce it. You just show it through your action.
Right.
So, like, it's, you know, what's the word for that? Everyone always says the fucking virtue signaling. That's all that is.
Yeah. Dude, that's what's crazy. We can save this for another pod, like a real serious pod. But yeah, man, it's real interesting. Talk so cheap, dude. It's so inexpensive.
Yeah.
To just, like,
It's $3.
post some shit on Facebook, and, like, it's so. You ever just seen someone do something good for someone?
Yeah.
It's so rare to see someone and just not talk about it.
Yeah. You just do it out of the kindness of your heart, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of Facebook, man, I saw something the other day that I was like, okay, I'm going to delete Facebook. I was just like, I don't have it on my phone. We've talked about this. I don't have Facebook or Instagram on my phone. I pop in, this sounds, I don't even know if I should say this. This sounds like behavior of an insane person. I delete and reinstall Instagram based on when I have to upload something. I don't like just having it there.
It's not that uncommon.
Anyway, I don't have Facebook on my phone, so I go on my laptop and I'll, like, look on Facebook sometimes. And I pulled it up the other day, and there's this fucking, dude, just the fucking shit river of comedian thoughts. That's all my Facebook feed is. It's just garbage comedians, open micers, just throwing out bullshit. The bullshit river that I just go through. I'm like, what? Who's this? Oh, where'd they get booked? Anyway, so this guy, unnamed comedian from Dayton, Ohio. That's it. Here we go.
Are you gonna do it?
Dayton.
You doing it?
Dayton. Yeah, dude. I pulled it up, and it was literally he posted.
Do you know this guy?
He posted this fucking. What's those, like, when you post a status, but it's not the words, it's like the little graphic box. You know, it has like some kind of background and, like, text. He posted, and it literally just said, "I'm fat." It's like, I'm deleting Facebook. Like, this is what it's become. Like, first of all, unfriended that person immediately.
Okay.
I'm fat. Can you imagine such fucking self-pity? Like, how can you, you might as well have just written like, "Hey guys, I'm not doing well." Like that's all you had to say.
Yeah. Okay. So do you think their intention was to write that and then just sit by the computer and wait for reverse validation that they're not fat?
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, I don't like being a victim, dude. I don't like that. Don't
does?
Pity me.
Yeah. No, for real.
I actually we were kind of talking about this. Did you more on that guy?
No, I mean, it's just like, I don't know why. Like, I was just like, dude, oh my God, dude. Like, you just see something now. Sometimes I just see something, I'm like, man, I'm not trying to be a dick or be insensitive, but I was like, this is pathetic.
We're too sensitive. We need to call people out. If you post, like, I'm fat on Facebook, man, don't be such an insecure sack of shit.
Dude, I agree. I need to have more courage just when you see something on Facebook, be like, you're a coward. Just comment that, like, you're a coward.
This is some bitch shit, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm fat. Just double down. Be like, dude,
you are fat.
Yeah. You know.
And then he clicks on my profile and he's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, bitch, you're fat as fuck.
I mean, if you're
that guy would lose 70 pounds in like 6 months. He'd be like, that's the other thing, dude. Oh my God. Talk about the worst things on Facebook is the people who are like, this is why I can't look at Facebook right now. It's like New Year. It's like, 2019 was a real year of growth for me. Like, it's just so many journeys. Shut up. Show me your tits. No, I'm just joking. But like,
I know what you're saying though.
Man or woman, if you're a man, show me your dick. All right, like, shut up. Like, God, this whole like the decade was just this real long journey. Your
I made some friends.
Journey,
I lost some friends. I
just
saw some things, and I saw some things that I wish I hadn't seen. But all in all, I'm the same person I was, but with better motivations for what I want to do, and I won't stop growing. Dude, that person has a fucking dick, dude. No one cares.
That person has 100% chance of working at the airport. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like, come on, dude. Like, dude, no one gives a fuck about your journey. Like, I don't.
No one cares about your story, dude.
I know.
Show us your dick.
Yes. That's exactly what I'm saying, dude.
If you show your dick on Facebook now, it's like, now I'm paying attention.
This is a page worth following. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
this whole thing, God, it's just been nothing since January 1st. I swear to God, the clock strikes midnight, and then you get some motherfucker who's out here just like, things haven't always been easy. And you're like, oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah?
Here we fucking go. Like,
dude. Maybe we just live charmed lives, man. Maybe that's it.
No, because like, our lives are not perfect by any means. No. You know, we could both write the exact same post, but we don't because we're not gay. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I know it's a rough thing to say, and I'm obviously joking, but like, fucking. When did people are just like so self-involved. It's not even self-involved. It's this idea that like people have that like their life is a movie. Like, dude, your life is not a movie. All right?
Yeah.
Post Malone's life is a movie.
Yes. But Post Malone, you tell me tell me your journey. I don't want to see your dick.
Yeah.
Tell me about that
more about your life, dude. That's
some
what I'm
white
saying.
Trash kid from Dallas is now the richest man in America besides Jeff Bezos.
Yes.
That's a story.
Yeah.
I want to. Yeah, dude.
I don't get it, man. And then it's just like, and then the funniest thing is when it's like this big long, like, it's a year of transformation. This decade taught me a lot. I started out here, and then it's like 1 comment, 2 likes, and you're like, Jesus, dude, this is pathetic. Like,
no. I actually disagree with you. Those like, let me tell you my story post. Those
you
ones,
think they rack them up?
You know why?
Yeah,
because they expect reciprocity. Because tomorrow they have their big.
They got
let me tell you about my 2019 journey.
It's so stupid. Like, dude, if I try to write one, I'd be like, 2010, I was in college. 2020. I have a job.
Yeah.
Cool. Like, I could fancy it up. I could write you some great prose. Mm-hmm. Like, we're all good enough writers that we can, we can really puff this up.
How would
the reality is,
well, how
we
would
ain't
we
curing cancer?
No.
We're just people.
Not this year.
We're just
probably
not this year. Yeah. I might cure, syphilis or like,
I'm going to try
something, bird flu, anything. But it's
start there.
I just don't get it, man. I had to tune out. I haven't looked at Instagram in like
I think, would you agree with this? I think sometimes, well, I think about that. I think we all have the natural inclination to draw attention to ourselves. No. For me, I think I want to be like, 2019 was, I want to talk about my 2019. And I want people to like it and be like, wow, what an interesting 2019 you had. Yeah. But the thing is, dude, I know that comes from a place of like insecurity on my own part. And then, so when other people see that, like, oh, Bertoff's really not doing so good. He look his cry for help.
No, I think
it's like the biker jacket, dude. They're both the same.
It's one and the same.
Yeah.
You posting a 3-paragraph thing on Facebook about, getting a new job. That's a leather jacket, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. That's all that is. Mm-hmm. That's a tie-dye shirt.
Yeah.
Got no use for it.
You know who's still under the leather jacket?
Who?
Same guy.
Yeah.
Same chick. Doesn't matter.
In 2020, what's a good Facebook post? Because Facebook now is like, dude, it's got to be done soon. Like, the only people who use Facebook are old, white chicks who are posting shit about Trump all day. Dude, that's honestly the only good thing about Facebook now. It's all like the right Trump memes. Because they're so bad at making memes, but it'll just be like Trump like wrestling an alligator, like holding American flag, and then the top line's like, suck my dick, Greta Thunberg. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, this doesn't even make sense.
Dude, you have different Facebook
But I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Let me be clear. This isn't what's popping up in my feed. I wish it was. But you can easily, go find it if you start searching it on Facebook.
Yeah, I think Facebook has become like a propaganda spam filter.
Well, did you see that, like, College Humor?
What's up with them?
This should be a segment called Industry Talk.
Yeah.
College Humor just laid off, like, all of their employees.
Really?
Yeah, like, all of them, right? Over in West Hollywood by my house. Like, all of them but 5 are gone because they like, out of business. Like, apparently, and then what's his name? Adam Conover, that guy.
Oh, he's
Adam
awesome,
Ruins Everything. Yeah, he wrote this big Twitter thread. And he was like, the reason that College Humor went out of business is because at first everyone watches the videos on their site, and then we're like, we have to post to Facebook because you post video on Facebook, it gets tons of views.
Yeah.
But then they basically found out that Facebook was lying about the video view numbers, and they couldn't sell that as a business model anymore. So then, like, basically it's fraud. Like, Facebook's lying about how many... If you see a video on Facebook and it says, like, 400,000 views, it's probably not that.
How is it, less or more?
Way less. They're, like, inflating the numbers so that they can sell more ads. And then they, in turn, charge you to run ads on their shit sometimes. So it's like... That's why they went out of business, dude. It's killing, like, independent comedy. It's crazy. Industry Talk segment over. That felt weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, because, we'll save it. I got another thing to say on that.
Yeah.
But, because Funny or Die did the same thing, like, a year and a half ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Funny. Yeah.
Also, like, sketches, dude. The best sketches are fucking Trevor Wallace sketches or, like, Churdley sketches that cost, like,
TikTok.
$4 to make.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're just, like, they're funny, charismatic people that just, like, or like Trey Kennedy. They're videos that are just made on an iPhone. They're the funniest ones.
I know those are successful because I don't know who any of those people are. So
I follow them. They're all genuinely. If you were to hang out with them, I'm sure they're like, they would make us piss ourselves, dude.
Dude, that's what it is. That's like the people overthink this now. It's like, dude, what's funny? Like, what comedy is good? Like, dude, fucking light off fireworks in a Kmart parking lot. Yeah. Like, that's the content. Mm-hmm. That's it, dude. All the people who are becoming like YouTube stars are just like fun, like bros and chicks that you would just hang out with.
Yeah. Just being themselves.
Yeah, just being fun. Mm-hmm. And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
In the long run, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I think so. It doesn't take much, man. All it's like, if you got the sauce, you got the sauce, dude.
You got the sauce, man. Get out there, Go to, you go to Walmart and you be like, make this, and pull out your iPhone, and you and your buddy are like, oh, dude, look at her ass. Mm-hmm. And then she turns around and she's like, oh, I'm a dude. And they're like, what the fuck?
I'm laughing.
6 million views. Mm-hmm. It ain't hard.
Or just like talk shit about the products of Walmart. I'm going to watch it. It's funny. If you're funny and you're at Walmart making fun of the sundresses.
We all love going to Walmart and making fun of this shit. And just walking around Target.
Yeah. No, I'll watch that. You don't need a crew. You just need a guy with an iPhone and another funny person.
Just another funny guy. That's all it is. It ain't hard.
Industry talk. You're wrapping it?
Yeah, industry talk's over.
Yeah.
Are we done?
Yeah.
We got to be
forever,
done. Yeah, it's been like an hour.
All right.
Like, follow, share,
subscribe,
do some shit. I don't know. What other call to action should we have?
Tell your friends. That's really what. Well, okay. Thank you. You know what? I'm gonna shout out Christian Depew, my buddy, who's a fan of the show. He always shares our stories, which is awesome. He's super supportive.
That guy rules.
Yeah, it's amazing. If you're and everyone that's left a comment.
My buddy Chris Lower told me the other day he was loving the pod.
Yeah.
Thanks to you, dog.
Yeah.
I feel like we got to take this opportunity to like really plug something, which is deep state conspiracies. This is something we all need to start paying attention to. No, I can't even do it, dude.
I don't even know. Do you?
You don't know about the deep state?
We can save it for
That's
next
another episode, dude. See ya.
That was really fun.